let's go on to how to spot fake surge versus real surge. Sergio kind of did a video on this already as the trailer
please go watch
posted
that.
earlier today. If you haven't watched that, go check it out because it's clear, concise, right to the point. This one we're kind of step back and talk about. So we're going to share a video with you as he talks about this, kind of talking about what's going on and some of the things there, especially when it comes to surge and, when you're in the middle of a surge zone or a busy zone and you're not getting any rides. What's going on there?
Yeah.
So let's get right to it.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. Pause for the cause.
Okay.
We are going to be playing the Uber app. So if you are watching on this as you have the app on, or, if you have some PTSD from it, just to give you that warning right now, this is a video that we're playing with the app. So you may hear some trip radar. You may hear some ping requests. You may hear some things within the app itself.
You know what? Actually,
I'll let you know beforehand, so you're not like fumbling all over the place.
This is going to segue perfectly into the the next subject, because we're so trained for that sound, right? That we're like there's a ping. Oh, I'm so excited. All the endorphins are rushing into my brain. So don't. This is the recording. Chill out, people. Just like
I do like to make that announcement just in case, but
so
especially for those who are listening on the audio podcast, that goes out, because a lot of the times what ends up happening is people will be actually watching while they are listening to the show, and actually driving. So we want to make sure that you're not getting confused.
Please. You have enough trouble with your own what do you call it? The trip radar and where trips go to die, but somehow they don't.
Oh my God. Just so the last week or so, I've been doing some Ubering, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if anybody's in Buffalo, don't sign up to drive, because right now it's like a golden age. Honestly, every time I go on, within like seconds, I'm being hit with rides left and right. So surge is high. It's great. Not to mention they're adding more bonuses on top of it. But I
want you to guys, it got a little blurry because he paused it, but look at the time of the clock. 9:44 a.m. School rush is over. I'm sitting in my backyard, and then I see the surge cloud pop up there, right? So, I've been at this for 7 years. This I figured out after maybe 2 weeks of driving in 2015. Same thing was happening before. The only thing that did not happen this time is that before, when I saw surge and turned my app on, that surge would have completely disappeared. Now it seems like they have fixed it. I don't want to get any hate mail. It looks like they have fixed it. Okay. So just to make sure that it wasn't too fakey kind of a thing, I turned my app off, turned it back on. Boom, surge is still there. 12, 14, and 12, a beautiful surge cloud sitting there, right? At 9:44 a.m., which school rush is over, everything is over, right? Of course, trip radar is going off. We're not going to go through the trips. What I'm trying to explain to you guys, so surge cloud still stayed there. Now, there's two types of surge in the Uber world, okay? One is a true surge, which is organic, which is meaning the surge is put on because there is so much demand. And then the other one is a fake surge. What Uber knows very well around the globe to the second is that they know when demand is going to show up. Okay, so when I saw that out of place surge cloud, right? I go, let me go see. My app is on. Let me go see what's happening with drivers. Am I the only driver in the area? Sure enough, I look at my passenger app. Not really. I'm nowhere near the only driver in the app. In fact, what I did was I started toggling between the surge, the driver app and the passenger app. Surge is still hanging in there. One of the top emails I get, people, is I'm in the middle of a surge and I'm not getting pinged. Well, this is exactly why you're not getting pinged. This is exactly how you diagnose that this is a completely fake surge. You guys make a mental note. See that red cloud that's right next to me? And then how many drivers are literally inside that red cloud? Guess what? None of these drivers are going to get a ping because it's a fake surge, because there is no demand at 9:44 in the San Fernando Valley. See, surge is still sitting there. Now, why Uber does this is that I figured out 2 weeks in 2015 is that they know that right about probably 10 o'clock, which is about 10 to 12 minutes from now, there's going to be some sort of demand in that area. And they know this street by street around the globe on a live basis. See all those drivers? The same damn picture. Nobody has moved, right? That means they're not getting pinged. Yes, they do have a sticky attached to them, hopefully 10, 12, whatever it is, but they're not going to get pinged. Number one, there's no demand. Number two, the algorithm is not going to lose money. Okay. But what this created is that they got enough drivers into that area that when the actual demand does happen to show up in about 10 more minutes, then they have created a complete harmony and balance between the upcoming demand and the current supply. They do this at airports quite a bit. I would look at LAX's landing, times for airplanes. Next half hour, there would be maybe 50 planes landing with thousands of people ordering Ubers. But guess what? Uber puts the surge on about 15 to 20 minutes before that demand crush is going to come. So why did they do that? They put the fake surge on in order for drivers to see the red gamification and go to the pen. When they go to the pen, they'll go sit there, app on, app off, doesn't make any difference. And when the actual demand shows up, they have created a balance between supply and demand, and that surge will not be there, of course. So what I'm saying to you people is that to diagnose or to catch a fake surge versus an organic, real supply-demand based surge is very easy. Go to your passenger app, look at the drivers inside the surge zone. And then I keep going back and forth, as you guys saw, between the passenger app and the driver app, and Uber still keeps the surge on. It's not fake. It's completely fake. It's sitting there with a whole bunch of drivers under their red cloud, and they're all sitting there. And they're wondering, well, I'm in the middle of the surge. Why am I not getting pinged? That's because there is no goddamn demand. But in about 8 to 10 minutes, there will be demand, and then you will get pinged. And at that time, by the way, all the people who have the sticky here, 10, 12 sticky, the algo knows they don't want to lose money. Okay. Guess what? All those drivers who have the sticky surge on them, they're going to get pinged. They're not going to get pinged, still not, but all the drivers outside the zone are going to start getting pinged, or the drivers who showed up and got the lucky, $12 or $10 attached to them, they're going to get pings from outside the zone 8 miles away. Yeah, they may still have the $10 sticky, but then they're going to get some ungodly pings because Uber is not going to give you that money easy and free. And the other thing the algorithm is going to do is the algorithm doesn't want to lose money. So if there is a $10 sticky on you, they have to sell that to a passenger now at a higher price in order to make their take rate, at whatever it is, 30, 40, 50%. Okay. So there's a lot of these games played, but the idea behind this, period, is if you have, first of all, never, ever chased a surge, but I'm hoping everybody knows that by now. But the most important thing is figure out if the surge cloud you're under is real or fake. This is one way to figure out that this is a fake surge Uber puts on before the demand shows up. There you go.
All right. Well, while you're doing that segment, the other thing too is I want to know, is this Uber that's putting out this potential fake surge or alleged? We're just going to use that because we're not going to, we don't have any proof that that's the case. Or could it be the other thing on how does surge actually form? It's not based on people ordering rides. It's actually based on people opening up their apps. That is
no, that's not true, Chris.
Yeah.
That's not true. There is the surge algorithm. The surge algorithm, it's easy to understand. The surge algorithm starts giving values at each stage of a passenger. They'll give a value to the passenger app being just turned on, not even ordering. When they're putting the address and the destination in, they give it a higher value. So the surge algo kicks in all these stages, right? Yes, in that just little cloud.
What I'm saying is it does start at that point. It's based on when people are opening up their phones, opening
very
up the
little
app.
value.
That's where it starts. Here's the thing, though. If you have, let's say, 100 drivers in an area, and they all open up their driver or the passenger app as well, it's going to look like 100 people are looking to get a ride. So then the surge system has to look and say, okay, we got to compare that with what's available with the drivers around. Okay, there's 100 drivers around, but there's 100 rides. So what about the other rides that are the actual rides that are coming in? So it could be a potential thing where, I've seen this happen where I will open up both apps. I'll be in an area where it's quiet. Maybe I was taken out somewhere. This was before upfront earnings. I would be taken out to an area that might be, the boonies of Buffalo or something,
Yeah.
out in like, farm country. So I'm just going to sit there or go around and kind of know that area specifically. But I'll open up my app and see, okay, is there anybody close by? Maybe there's something going on, kind of help. And then all of a sudden, I'll see a surge cloud pop right up over my area. Am I expecting anything? No, it's because what's happening is the app is saying, okay, there's a possibility that there's a ride request coming in. The only driver that's nearby is one driver. What if there's more? So I'm wondering if this is, something that could be nefarious, or it could be something where
Look,
maybe they're checking the apps as well too, and it's creating this surge cloud, and it's an unintended type of situation. Maybe it is intended. I mean, this is what was going on when it came to, some of these surge clubs and what was going on. But we're not going to be talking about that.
no,
Um,
no.
but that
That's Fight
could be a
Club. That's Fight Club. We don't talk
potential
about
reason
Fight.
as well. So
Yeah, I agree with you, except that the surge algo is created in a way that is not, surge algo looks at density and what expected orders there are, because there are patterns of demand that they repeat every day, every hour, every minute around the globe. Okay, so
oh, for sure.
the surge algo will put on a little bit will pay attention. There's like values attached to the surge algo. Okay, so turning the app on, passenger app on, is a small little part of the actual surge that they need to put on. The algo has to put on. The second step is how many people are actually pricing trips. That's the second level. And then the third level, that the algo goes, okay, shit, these people are about to order. I got to really put the surge on to attract some drivers into this area. But just having 100 drivers in a neighborhood and that all of them turning the passenger app on and start pricing rides is not going to create the actual surge. It will affect the surge. That's why we always say what? Drive with your app off. Do not even have your app on. You are not going to create surge by just turning the passenger app on and pricing trips, because the value that the surge algo gives the most is when you click that button and say order me the ride. When that happens, then the surge algo is looking and saying, well, I don't have enough drivers in this area. And at that time, if we have all our apps off, the surge algo is really going to freak out and
Mhm.
throw out some crazy surge numbers to people just for the fact to find balance, right? So yes, you are right, partially, because there is a value attached to turning your app on, passenger app on, and maybe create a little bit of a fire. But the actual fire happens. The biggest value given in the surge algo is going to be when the passenger clicks that button and says, order me the trip. Then they're actually looking for drivers. So understanding the difference between fake and real is very, very important, because then you will not be in the middle of a surge cloud and not get trips and sit there and be pissed off. So please check your passenger app. Please see how many drivers are around you. If you're in a surge area, you're not getting pinged, it's because it was fake and they attracted you to the area. Now, hang in there. Now, don't drive away. Don't get pissed off. Just wait, because the demand is coming. It's in about 4, 5, 6 minutes. You're going to get pinged. Just sit. Turn your engine off and sit. Be patient. That's one of the 3 P's. Patience is the first one.
Yep.
Right? Don't get frustrated saying that, oh, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes with $10 sticky. I'm not getting pinged. That's okay. You will get pinged. Just chill. It's okay. Right? There you go.
Yeah. Some Norma put not only, but also closed. That's true. Yeah. If you have, for the most part, your phone will probably track it. Now, the
Yeah.
other thing too is, for iPhone users, especially, the one thing you can do when it comes to location settings, you want to have it on precise, versus, kind of off. You want to have it on precise because it's going to be, but only do it when the app is open. That's
Yeah.
the only time then it will actually track you. So if
Yeah.
it's not tracking you, your app is closed, then it can't track you.
Now, do you
That's
guys
kind of
want to really affect the surge? When you figure out that there is actual surge, organic, real surge happening, supply demand based, then if all the drivers turn their apps off, now we're going to create a fire tornado. Okay.
Right.
And that's easy to do. That's easy to do. So then then you got to be really patient. Let it build, let it build, let it build, and then pick your number at that time. It happens quite a bit at events. Airport doesn't happen as much as you used to be, but this is fact. They cannot create drivers out of thin air. The surge is there to attract drivers. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys have the power. I wish you guys all knew how to use your power, but then unfortunately our reach is limited, so we don't we can't talk to all 2 million drivers.
There's millions of gig workers, and there's what, 141,000 subscribers on
Share
the
the links. Share the links. All these are in videos, man. All these educational stuff is in the videos coming from a veteran. I'm telling you, take it to the bank. It works.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.